The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Hoke Show.
Welcome to the Hoke Show. I am Joe Payne. My special guest today is Hoke.
Hey!
And we are live from the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure here at the Atlantis Hotel and Casino here in the Bahamas.
I love being a guest on my show.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? The show is named after you and you're a special guest.
I am the poker authority in the world, so I suppose I should be here. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Jeez,
I'm sure
not even close.
there might be some people that might have kind of an issue with you being the poker authority. I mean, you do know a lot of stuff.
They could just make me king. King of poker.
Maybe, how about we start off with the prince, maybe?
No,
and work your way up?
Screw it. Princes never get to be kings. There's like 9,000 princes. I just want to go straight to the top.
Well, you can't always go straight. You have to earn your, as they say in New York, you have to earn your bones.
You know what? I get your bones right here, brother.
I got your bone right here, baby.
Well, we are live here at the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure, having a great time, and wow, what an amazing series this has been. A whole lot of fun. A lot of happenings going on around here. Busy day today, by the way.
Yep.
Man,
we're deep into the main event now.
They're on day 3.
Day 3.
Still a lot of players left in this thing. This is, of course, it goes 6 days officially.
It's a great structure. Gives you plenty of playing time. You're playing against probably a great combination of the world's greatest players are here. You've seen them all, world champions, bracelet winners walking down the hallway on their way in. But as our guest yesterday said, it's no bargain. But if you want to test your game and find out where you stand, this would be a great place to come. Plus, I mean, look how beautiful this place is, and PokerStars does put on an unbelievable event.
Yeah, we're going to talk again about the breakfast with the pros that we had again today. Also, you talk about testing your mettle against the pros. Well, we have a guy that is leading the way here in this main event.
You have updated chip counts for us?
Who is chosen to take on the challenge and is your chip leader. So that is pretty cool. We have an amateur out in front right now. His name is Walter Fisher. Give me 1 second here and let me pull that.
Where does Walter hail from?
I had it here. Give me one moment. I'm just getting it was in my email, so give me 1 second because it logged it out. Give me a moment. Of course, my great email that I get through BlueReel.net.
I didn't mean to cue you up.
Well, you did cue me up, and I was queuing myself up, and then I boo-booed. Give me 1 second here because my email does have a log out time on it. So I just had that beautiful. There it is.
But it's always good to have a amateur leading the field. It gives encouragement. I mean, we had almost 10 or 11 years ago, we had Chris Moneymaker, a complete unknown, take the main event down, and that changed put the poker world on its heels, so to speak.
Yeah, and Chris
Chris is down here, and he was at the feature table yesterday
and spoke this morning. So
he was at the symposium.
Yes, he was. So we'll get into all that. But Walter Fisher leading the way is 33-year-old American.
Oh, okay. One of the Americans.
497,000 in chips. Of course, we had 816 entrants, $7.9 million prize pool.
Pretty sweet.
$7.9 million. Not bad. $1.49 million to the winner, plus that nice steel watch from luxury Swiss brand Slide.
And a beautiful trophy.
It's not bad. And we have quite a few big names that have gotten through this thing, too, and we're going to break that all down for you. But apparently he is out of, if I remember, I'm looking for, there's a couple different press releases on this, but I believe he's out of Los Angeles. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, there we go. Amateur player, most of this courtesy for Poker News, most of his poker consists of playing cash games in L.A., but he's got some big friends. He's got a few friends in the poker industry that aren't too bad to have.
You want to share with us?
How about Bill Perkins, Jeff Gross, and Cyril Mizzi?
Oh, Jeff Gross.
That's the Ka-Ching boys right there.
The Ka-Ching boys.
Yeah, they got a little bit of coin. Yeah, we should call those guys that. The Ka-Ching boys. I like that.
A little bit of coin, a little bit of Bitcoin.
A lot of greenbacks flying around.
Greenbacks.
Gold bricks.
There's a lot of big cash plays in LA, and some of them are here.
I bet Bill Perkins owns plutonium at home. I bet he's got a little bit. Maybe some platinum too.
Okay.
He's got a little bit of money.
More power to him.
Fisher said that he had some pretty fortunate opportunities yesterday where he had some sets cracking aces a couple of times and trying to just take it easy, and then he's got some good guys around him to help him keep his head. So he is sitting in there right now at 497,000 after day 2. Hugh Drummond is in second at 456,800, followed by Juan Martin Pastor at 446, Adam Reynolds 378.5, Diego Ventura 362.8, Jesse Rockowitz 359.7, Pratyush Bodiga, we remember that name from the World Series a lot. His name was all over those leaderboards. 357.9. Jim Colopy at 342 as a former bracelet winner. Carlos Chata at 322.8, and Tim Riley 322.400 are your top 10. Now, of course, there are other players in this tournament. Maybe names that you might know. You might know a couple of these, Joe. Should we quiz you?
Me personally, or
I might just, I think you'll recognize them.
So, do you want to be going into day 3? Do you want to be one or two in chip lead, or do you want to be? You do.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be 1 or 2 than
you don't want to be
one.
You want to be off the pace a little bit.
I want to be running away with the tournament.
You want to be running away?
I want to be in runaway mode, just stomping the hell out of people all day long. That's where I want to be.
It's interesting. The leader lost with a couple of sets, and I wasn't there to see it. But if you can avoid losing a lot or most of your chips when you have a set, it's a pretty good sign of a good solid player who might recognize the situation. I mean, unless he got involved with
he's cracking. He's just beating aces all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, just
pretty
because
usually standard stuff.
Usually when you have a set and you're not going to win, you're going to lose a lot of chips.
Yeah, Fisher. Actually, Poker News has the chip count at 579 on this one. They had a couple different articles.
Was that
here.
At the close of play last night?
Yep.
Or yeah, okay.
So Hugh Drummond, like I said, at 456. And just going down some of the other names here. A couple of the PokerStars pros.
Let's talk about the pros.
Naoya Kihara, who is a PokerStars team online player, at 301. I'm not sure about this guy. I'm not sure if he belongs at the top of the leaderboard. We'll see if he can stop getting lucky. Daniel Negreanu, 295.6.
Stop getting lucky. How about start getting unlucky for the rest of the poker world?
Yeah, Daniel right up there right now trying to chase down this championship. Noah Schwartz came into today at 290. JC Alvarado at 286. Let's see here. Libori, PokerStars Team Pro at 247.1. So she's doing well. Benjamin Pollock at 243.6. Let's see who else we got here. Some other names that you kids at home are going to know. Danny Stern's back in the 2035. Good for her. Oli Shimeon, the man who set the world on fire at 192.6. Olivier Busquets at 109,700. Let's see. Max Silver 185. Mike Lee is at also 185. Elke is at 176. Of course, also a Team PokerStars Pro. Just standing in the hallway there. Konstantinos Pantaridis, who is in second at the end of the 2 day one's play, is at 173.3. Daniel Strelitz at 162. As keep on Connor Drynan 158. Shane Shore still in there 156.5. Steve Brecker 140. Ronaldo is still in the tournament. He's at 146.3. And apparently this is the deepest run that he's ever had in a major event. So the soccer star punting it around, having a good old time.
And when they come back today, do you know what blind levels they're coming back at?
I do not know. I'll have to check that out. Let's see who else we've got here. Rob Silaburu is here. We haven't heard from Rob for a while.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, he's hanging around 138. Let's see, just run down here.
I'm interested where these chip counts are in relationship to what the blind levels are when they resume play.
Well, I guess we'll have to check on that.
I'll run it. I'll run into the room when we go on our first break, and I'll get that information.
Jonathan Roy at 118.6. Dario Sammartino at 117.8. Scott Stever listed here. I think Scott busted early here today. But Seaver's at 115.3. Trevor Pope's still in there at 110. Let's keep going down here. Sean Buchanan at 100,000. George Lind at 93. Leo Margette's another team, PokerStars Team Pro. Lind is an online PokerStars Pro, by the way. Margette's is at 91.3. And just keep going here. Chance Cornyn still in the tournament, 76.6 to start the day, as is Rep Porter at 75. Maurice Hawkins, very dangerous player. Remember him from the World Series, too. And he's been doing well for himself, 73.3. Stephen Chidwick, 72.2. Jake Sindler at 70. Greg Ostrander at 63.3. Online PokerStars Pro Alex Millar at 57.7. Along with Jorge Limon at another online PokerStars Pro at 54.8. Jason Mercier started the day at 49,000. So Jason's still hanging in there. And anybody else? Mickey Peterson, online PokerStars Pro, is out. Some other ones, Marc-Andre Ladouceur apparently is out of there now too. So, but still, a lot of representation there.
So we started with 800 some odd players?
Yeah.
And we're down. Do you know how many did we start the day with?
I think I did mention that. It was one. Maybe bounce around here. Hang on one second. I had it. I'll get it. Drew's just firing away questions.
That's what I'm here for.
That's okay. 175 to start the day.
Okay.
So there you go. So a lot of great big names still left in here in this tournament. Should be, as we of course would expect, with the PCA main event. So of course live streams going on with Joe Stapleton and the boys of the EPT live team. So you'll be able to, once you're done listening to us, you can go back and listen to the live stream, because obviously this is much more important than the EPT live stream.
Okay, if you insist.
It's okay. We're having a good time there. Let's see. And also, of course, some other events going on today, too, if you want to come down. There's still a lot of poker to be played here at the PCA other than the main event. It's not like the World Series where it's all just little side events and stuff going on during the main. We have a lot of events still left in this series. Today, at noon, kicked off the $5,300 No Limit Hold'em 8-handed tournament. 1 o'clock start. We had an $1,100 horse tournament. That sounds like fun. Wouldn't mind doing that one. The America's Cup of Poker Invitational is going on, so we're seeing a lot of the guys flying around here with their different outfits representing their respective nations. A lot of the South American guys we're seeing doing that. So make sure you check that out if you want to come down and watch something interesting. The America's Cup of Poker. $1,100 No Limit Hold'em event starting at 3 o'clock. 5 o'clock, a $2,200 No Limit Hold'em Turbo. And then there is a $2,700 No Limit Hold'em High Roller Super Satellite with unlimited re-entries. So whip out your $2,700.
It's almost like those charity events where they have these unlimited rebuys to build up the prize pool.
Yeah, so a lot happening here at the PCA today. Coming up tomorrow is that $25,000 No Limit Hold'em High Roller with a single re-entry. So you're only going to get 2 chances on that one.
2 bullets.
That's it.
I did a quick calculation about what the average chip stack would be right now with 175 players. I did it based upon 800 players. So I know we had a little bit more than 800. So I'm going to say the average chip count right now to be par would be about 145,000.
That's not bad. Yeah. So
some of the big names that you mentioned with considerably less than that have some work to do.
They do, and that's part of the interesting happenings that go on early on a day 3 like this. We're probably going to see. I know we've seen quite a few go down already. Like I know Jared Jaffe took another terrible beat. I'll tell you what. Ever since he won that the event at Jacksonville, the WPT event that he won at Jacksonville, he's just had some of the worst luck on these elimination hands. I believe it was aces against Jackson 10s or something along that line, and got knocked out of this thing. So Jared Jaffe gone, but still playing well.
Yeah, we got about 22% of the players are left. What is where's the money slot at? Another question that I'm gonna. This is why
Joe. Why don't you do a little research before the show? You could
because you're the special guest.
You could. You're the host. You're the one. I should just be sitting here doing nothing.
No, I the host
God,
asked the
just-
guest questions.
Oh my
You
God!
did say.
No,
just-
you're
if
supposed
you-
to have all this factual crap. That's
wanna-
your job.
if
That's your
anybody-
job on this
if
trip.
anybody would like to rewind the show, he did say at the top of the show he was the king of poker information. I wanted to crown him the prince.
But you know what?
Well, if you're the king, you.
But
would know
if
this
you're
stuff.
if you're hosting my show, you have to do my duties, which means you have to look up all this stuff before the show.
I don't want to step on your
Instead
toes.
of just throwing it all back at me when I'm
not throwing
ready.
it back. I did what the average chip count would be.
Lee Jones is the king of information around here. We all know this.
Maybe he would know the answer to that question.
Information. Well, now what was the dang question?
Oh my God!
What was your question, Joe?
Where does the money start? At what spot?
119 cash.
Okay.
Min cash is 17,800.
Okay. 119, and we're at 175. So
Thank God PokerStars, sends me these emails that I read.
okay.
So and I look it up and I prepare myself for this stuff.
All right, we're about
What's on your screen, Joe?
right now.
Not the stuff you need.
Stats.
It's all good. All good. But yeah, so that's where we are right now here at the PCA. And we're going to step back, take a quick break. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the discussion that took place today with our Breakfast with the Pros with Chris Moneymaker and Theo Jorgensen. That was pretty cool this afternoon. And, more of the activities that are going on here because there's a lot happening aside from what's going on in that big room back there here at the PCA. So we want to make sure we get to talk about that. And we'll see who else just happens to be bopping by. Or Scott's going to bring us a guest for our afternoon show.
Okay.
So that'll be a lot of fun. So let's step back, take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the Joe Payne Mark Hoke Show.
Oh, wow. I better get some real stats up.
Yeah,
on the
you need
screen,
to do some work now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
The
that's
pressure.
all.
The pressure's on.
And that is all the statistics that we need are right there. Anyway, stick. We'll be right back.
The ultimate poker destination and the most outstanding poker in the world is at only one place. The 2015 PokerStars Caribbean Adventure. January 6th through the 14th. Join PokerStars pros like Daniel Negreanu, Chris Moneymaker, Liv Boree, Jason Mercier, Bertrand Elke Grospellier, Vanessa Seltz, and many more of your favorites at the stunning Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. With some of the greatest events in poker, like the $100,000 High Roller, the America's Cup, the new Double Bubble Tournament, and the prestigious PCA main event. It's a must for anyone who's ever sat at a poker table. For more information on the PCA schedule, travel information, and much more, just visit PokerStarsCaribbeanAdventure.com and join us in the Bahamas for the PCA, January 6th through the 14th.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give open-faced Chinese poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason open-faced Chinese poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the open-faced Chinese poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way. With all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at pokernight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
I'm Dutch Boyd, two-time WSOP bracelet winner, and I want to share my story with you. 12 years as a pro has taught me a lot. For the last year, I've boiled it all down into a tell-all book, 90,000 words. In Poker Tilt, I take you on my journey through all the ups and downs that poker has to offer, all the manic highs and hellish lows of every bad beat and lucky draw. So go to www.pokertilt.com to read more, or just go buy the new book on Amazon or Kindle right now, pokertilt.com. I guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. PokerShop.com.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Hey, Joe, there's a show going on.
They say it?
Yeah. You're just not feeling it today, are you?
No, I'm okay. I'm good.
All
Actually,
right.
I probably of all the days I've been here, this is probably the best I felt since I've got here when we got here on Tuesday. So.
All right, we'll just give you an update on what's going on in the main event. Right now, players are at level 15, 1,500, 3,000 blinds, 400, Annie. 148 now remaining. So dropping quick this morning.
3,000 blinds, wow. So the guys that have like 40 and 50,000 in chips are... Well,
still plenty of time, though. I mean, these blinds are 90 minutes at this point.
Okay.
So no hurry for anybody doing anything stupid in there.
No, I mean, they still got about 15 big blinds, so...
Yeah, so a lot of guys are still hanging on in there. Let's see if we got I know we got a couple of updates here. Walter Fisher's still out in front. Juan Martin Pastor is now moved up to 502,000. So he's the second man over officially over the 500,000 chip mark. Kahara is now going to 365. He's in third place. And Liberi has moved up to 270,000, so she's right there. Carlos Chata, as the Canadian, is now at 360 as well. So a lot of movement going on in here. Busquets moved up to 270.
Yep, the gentleman that has that 500,000 in chips, he's got 167 big blinds.
That's not bad.
Oh, that's
that'll do it.
Right where you want to be.
That'll give you a little bit of play there.
There's a lot of play.
Trevor Pope has made a nice jump here. He's up 70,000 chips to 180. Maurice Hawkins has jumped to 145, so he basically doubled up this morning. Max Silver taking one of the big hits of the day down to 75,000, losing 110,000 on the last level.
Wow. That's a big hit.
So really rough one there. But, so these guys just having a good time in there. And I hear, by the way, the rumor is we may see Chris Moneymaker.
That's what...
may see the champ.
Scott has told us.
That's the rumor. So hopefully we'll have Chris Moneymaker joining us at some point here. But, of course, we've got big priorities.
We do.
Coming up here later this afternoon because we really, man, I'll tell you what, it's just so hard to be here in the Bahamas when you have a tailgate party.
Is that one of your big priorities?
First ever tailgate party here at the PCA, and give me 1 second here because I had that information handy. And once again, just not staying with the emails on this. I see what I did. I accidentally made it go away. That's not helpful. But yeah, they're having a tailgate party out here from 2 to 4. We're outside the poker room, so everybody's gonna have a chance to kind of have a good time and hang out and enjoy themselves. Oh, hamburgers, hot dogs, and apparently opportunities. And this is big. And I told Chris Moneymaker that I would love to take a shot at this. Beer pong against your favorite pros from PokerStars.
Okay.
Beer pong.
Have you ever played beer pong before?
Oh, have I ever played beer pong?
Well, I don't know.
I am the king of the drinking games.
Oh, you're a king of everything.
I am the king of drinking games. That is unquestioned. It is undisputed.
You're the king of beer pong.
I didn't say I was king of beer pong, but
Oh.
overall, I am the king of drinking games.
King of drinkers.
No, I didn't say the king of drinkers. I said the king of drinking games. Big difference on that.
Okay.
Big difference. People love playing drinking games with me until they're over. It's really bad.
You don't. I don't see you as a drinker, like being like a champion drinker.
When
so
the
to speak.
time comes.
Okay.
I trained very early with the Germans, and then was sent among the Scandinavians, which completed my drinking education. That's what happens when you go to North Dakota State. As it gets cold in the winter, there's really only a couple things you can do. One of them is drink, and drink I did.
Okay.
That's
And what is your favorite beverage? Adult beverage.
Oh, I love Jack Daniels.
You love what?
Jack Daniels is my friend.
Jack Daniels. That's a pretty hefty drink.
He's a very good friend of
Maybe I
mine.
should put my plugs in because there's a lot of outside noise, and I'm having trouble.
There you go.
This is much better now.
Yeah, and so that's going on today. Let me slide down here. So it's the tailgate celebrations for the NFL playoffs, 2 to 4 in the Imperial Terrace, which is just outside the attorney area. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The PCA party is coming up on Tuesday.
Okay.
Starting at 8 p.m. on the Royal Deck in Atlanta. So that's, I believe, that would be right near us.
Finally, something by us.
Something by us, because we're on the other side of the complex. So good news for us there.
I think we're gonna demand a golf cart next year.
You know what? It's okay.
It's not bad.
I don't
Walk's
mind
not
walk.
bad.
It's not bad. By the way, a couple other players that are in this tournament, some awesome stories here. Is, of course, we don't get the chance to qualify and play on PokerStars for any of these events.
Because we're American.
Yeah, because we're,
Well, not because we're American. Because of where we live.
Exactly. Well, because
need to do
because of a
something
bunch
about
of idiots that are running our government right now. But a couple players have qualified. They qualified for this event. I mean, get this. Canadian PokerStars free roll winner Jeffrey Michaels is still in this. So he won the seat on a free roll. What I need to win is a massage from Shannon, by the way. That would be the greatest prize ever.
The best hand.
I mean, and I got to say this. I see Shannon at all the events. At all the events that we go to. She has got to be the number one masseuse out there. I mean, everybody loves her work. She come over on camera here real quick, because nobody gets to see you, unless they get a massage. But this woman, when you see her at an event, which you will,
she
it's
smells
guaranteed,
good too.
Guaranteed. If you want to get the best massage, because I swear to God, you are so busy when you come to these tournaments. I mean, nobody. I mean, it's like, I want Shannon. Get her over here. So that's your face to look for when you come to a poker event.
Hello.
See, there you go.
That's
See,
a very pretty
I
face.
say all the nice words and Joe gets the hug. That's well, no problem.
She smells so good.
And
what is that you have on?
It's actually like 4 different things. I layer all my scents.
Wow.
Layering.
4 different things.
Awesome.
So it's like a secret combination. Yeah, here you go.
Wow.
Like your secret hands, magic hands.
Yeah, she's, the top demand masseuse at any poker event. So make sure you catch her when you go out.
Where's your next stop after this?
I'll go back to Florida.
Yes!
Oh, Hard Rock.
Lucky Hearts, Maine.
Okay.
I'll see you there.
Yes, you will.
You betcha.
Will our Vegas people see you in the World Series?
Summer.
Of
summer.
course.
There
Of
you go.
course.
Every day.
4 days off.
Wow, 4 days. Out of 7 weeks, you take 4 days off. Here's a hardworking girl.
You betcha.
Bye, guys.
There you go. I had to get that in because I mean seriously, she is in high demand of any of the players ever. I mean it's amazing.
The aroma is still here, so it's a combination of 4 different fragrances.
Hey, good for her.
Good for her.
If it works.
Wonder how long it took her to get that right combo.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it works.
I wonder. You think she'll tell us what the 4 combo?
She might tell me, Joe, not you.
Oh, I'm the one that got the.
Yeah, you got. Well, you got the hug because you were closest. I get hugs from Shannon all the time. It's all good.
Yeah, you have to pay for them though.
No,
I got mine for free.
I don't have to pay for hugs from Shannon. Are you kidding me? Even the girls know me out there.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
they're knocking on your door.
Well,
I can't get any sleep. They're knocking on your door.
yeah, I couldn't get any sleep because the air conditioning conked out in the room last night. But we were talking about some of these qualifiers here. Colombian Megapath qualifier Lauren Garzon. Take a guess how many frequent player points she used to get in this tournament.
What was the minimum?
I don't know.
I say the minimum.
I don't know what the minimum are, but
I say the minimum.
Well, what would the minimum be?
I don't know.
Give me a number. You've used frequent player points on PokerStars, I assume.
No.
No?
Can't play. Oh.
But you've played before, haven't you?
Not on PokerStars, no.
Well, you've played on other sites that have frequent player points, right?
I don't play for free. I play for real money.
But you get frequent player points when you play.
Yeah, but I don't know how many you would have to earn. Okay, I'm going to guess 100.
6.
Okay. Well,
Which is like nothing. Eugene Katchaloff gets 6 frequent player points just by logging into his PokerStars account. 6 frequent player points. I mean, that is literally sitting there playing for a few hours.
Okay.
That's incredible.
Good
We're
for
going to
her.
sign up for a couple tournaments. So she's still in there. Thomas, let's see it. Bilunius, I'm just going to stick with that, from Lithuania. 10 frequent player points still in there.
Oh, was this a contest of who got in with the least amount of points?
Oh, this is incredible what these guys are getting to play for. Sebastian Frudenberg from Germany qualified for $4. Ludwig Fernstrom and Andrew Wyman, $11 to win their 16K PCA packages.
Sounds like a moneymaker.
That's not bad.
Let's call it the moneymaker effect.
Just slap that down. Slap down $11.
What did Chris slap down? 40?
$6 off you go.
Chris was
$39.
$39. Wow.
And turn that into
A lot of money.
a new life.
Above and beyond.
He turned it
the main
into a
event.
new life.
He turned it into being one of the PokerStars pros, which has its perks.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Being the world champ, that's not bad either.
It can never take that away from you, by the way. You know that.
Nope.
Once you're the world champ, you are the world champ. You might not be the reigning world champ, but you are the world champ.
Yep. And Chris did a great job today with the symposium today with Theo Jorgensen, talking about upswings and downswings, and I thought it was really interesting because there was a lot of discussion about how you deal with the downswings first, and everybody was really hitting on that. What do I do when things are going bad? Da 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 da. And that's something that we talk about a lot. But one thing that we don't, hey Tony, one thing that we don't get to talk about a lot, Tony Gregg walking by, is how do you deal with the upswings too? Because I almost
Fill your
find,
pockets?
Well, yeah, but
Play more tournaments?
But here's the problem: you fill the pockets, but so many players have problems dealing with that success that they empty them very quickly.
Well, then
Because they're-
that's another aspect of playing good poker is managing your bankroll.
Absolutely, and a lot of discussion today about how to handle it when it goes the other way, because we all think about how much broke poker players get, and everybody goes busto and so on and so forth, and how bad those times are. But when you have to deal with those good times too, there's a some the old that song, "Mo money, mo problems," and it's true.
Give me more problems.
Yeah, I'll take more problems.
Give me more problems.
But certainly, there's a lot of aspects that come to be, when you finally hit it big, people, Jerry Yang, great example. Jerry had all these people coming at him, didn't have the right people in his corner, and you go, girl.
No comment, huh, Mark?
Yeah, we're just going to let that one go. But, and it led to a lot of problems for him and difficulties later on down the road. And, certainly Jerry also had situations where, just a lot of people coming at him, asking for him. Marvin Rettmeyer's here, by the way. Marvin, what you doing, buddy? Running away?
Walking.
Running away? All right. He's scared. He's scared to come on the show now.
Well, if I was just walking down the hallway and you start yelling at me, I'd probably be
He's scared to come on now. I don't blame him either. He busted me.
He's afraid of what you're going to ask him.
Sure, I would be too.
Okay.
Oh, but it was great that they did touch on that, because you really don't get to talk about what happens when the good things happen too in this game, because it like I said, it does become a very difficult situation to deal with sometimes. Dealing with the tax issues, all the people that come at you and they're are trying to get you to invest or loan them money or whatever, and if you don't have the right people in your corner and you're not careful, that can turn into a real disaster.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well, you know what? I've been very successful playing in blackjack tournaments, but as successful as I was playing blackjack tournaments, I never played above my means or above my bankroll. I don't. It's called risk of ruin, and I try not to put myself in a position where I'm playing, where if I do take a hit, it's going to severely affect my bankroll.
Right.
I mean, I probably play more conservative than I should, but I'm looking for longevity. I moved to Las Vegas. I don't work, so I want to be able to continue I call it my free roll lifestyle, because I'm on a daily free roll.
Yeah.
The way I look at it. And it's been through the success of blackjack tournaments, winning over $1 million in blackjack tournaments. I've nurtured that money. I've invested that money, and I've turned it over without going broke, which a lot of poker players suffer from. They win huge amounts of money quickly at a young age, and the mindset is that it's party time.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone jumps on your party bandwagon, and you're paying the bill. And next thing you know, all the money you won is not so much money anymore, because when you start buying in tournaments, and all of a sudden the American Express bill comes in for the party that you held at Nobu. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to be very. The money is great in poker, but you got to be real careful about how you manage it. And I'm sure that was one of the topics today that was discussed at the symposium for breakfast this morning, was how to handle. It's easy to handle the upswings. What's really difficult about handling is handling the latches on, so to speak. The people that all of a sudden your friends who, when you're broke, are nowhere to be found.
Right.
Yeah,
and Chris talked about guys about when you win, you can take those stabs a little bit here and there.
You can,
and try to go up in stakes, or try to maybe play that tournament that was out of your range, but now I can take a couple small shots, but you don't want to go crazy with it. Well, I mean, we've seen so many times that players have made a ton of money, and then all of a sudden they're out there and they're playing out of their means on the tournament circuit, and that money gets chewed up really quickly if you're not careful.
Keep this in mind, and for like players that start off playing 1-2 no limit, or even like small levels of limit. When you step up from 1-2 no limit to 2-5, you think, my bankroll's growing, I feel good about my game. It's a whole new game, a whole new level of players. Mm-hmm. And the higher you go up in your levels, the more difficult it is to win at those levels, because you're coming up against players who are seasoned, who have been around a long time, and have handled, the ups and downs. Mm-hmm. And so you have to know when to tone it down and be careful when you want to step it up.
Right. It's so it was another great discussion today and tomorrow in the Players Lounge area in the main tournament room. Daniel Negreanu is going to be in talking about the mental side. Now
there's a guy who I remember when not that I remember, but I recall and read when he first started. He kind of just came in from Canada. Nobody knew who he was, and I believe Annie Duke made fun of him at a tournament because he was chewing on a styrofoam cup. I remember,
they're not friends.
I know that, but they started off really on the bad foot. Right. But here's a guy who's come from, I don't want to say nothing because I didn't know him before he entered the poker world, but where he is now as opposed to where he was, and he's someone who is not only a great ambassador of the game, a great ambassador for PokerStars, but he's handled success, I almost want to say perfectly.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid to voice his opinion, sometimes controversially. He'll be on the quote-unquote the wrong side of an issue, but he's not afraid to speak out, and I like that because I feel that that's how I live my life. If I believe firmly in something, I'm not afraid to say it, even though it may not be what the majority agree on.
Yeah, I get nailed on Facebook a lot. I've had people tell me that poker players have told me they've blocked me because of stuff that I say on Facebook.
Well,
and
well,
putting my opinions out
no,
there.
you are very politically open about your views, and keep in mind that the majority of poker players are younger, so their mindset is more of a liberal mindset,
Right.
where I don't want to say you're older, because I'm older than you, and I don't consider myself old, but we've kind of been seasoned, so we see how things are going to transpire, so we kind of maybe think a little bit more conservatively. And that's good even when you're playing poker, to play conservatively when we're talking about managing your money. So their political vision is completely different than yours, and that's probably why you get blocked.
Yeah, which is okay.
But you shouldn't block anyone. I want to hear everyone's opinion. As bad as I think it is, I still want to hear it, because then I say to myself,
boy, I'm really right.
yeah, how could they think that,
Oh, well.
But, I'm not really sure where we're talking about Daniel now, Negreanu. I'm not really sure where he stands politically. I know he came out and he pretty much didn't like the T-shirt controversy that went on.
He was very vocal about that.
But as far as poker player, I mean, he's probably, as far as I'm concerned, the number one poker player in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
even though there are other people who claim that they are, and they tell everybody just about every day how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel's kind of low-keyed, but good.
Well, Daniel, I think Daniel is the guy that really is when you take all of the picture together, not just who's playing poker, at the tables, but the whole package. I don't think there's any question that Daniel is the leader of our industry right now.
And you know what? And I've witnessed this firsthand, and this is what I can say. I've seen Daniel at the World Series in Las Vegas, because I'm privileged to not only live in Las Vegas but work the media event, work it as a media representative. And I see Daniel, who will literally talk to total strangers who are on the rail watching him. Hey, where you from? What country you from? And he's very interactive with the fans. Where, don't take this the wrong way, where a guy like Phil Hellmuth will say nothing. I mean, he'll say something to a player, and probably most of the time, do you want to say maybe berating the player?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see Phil really interacting with the people who grow this game. The people who come and want to play and are not maybe sure about that. These are the people that are going to grow this game. And Daniel is right out front talking to them, interacting with them, taking pictures in between hands. I've even seen that. So he's a great ambassador. And PokerStars has hit a home run by having them on his team, their team, I should say.
Well, and I think one thing about Phil, too, is that everybody's got a different mindset when they come into play. And some players are willing to do that chatting, and some just, save it for other places. I mean, Phil does a lot at charity events and so on, and things like that where it's not so serious. He's willing to step out a little bit more. But, yeah, when he comes to the World Series, man, that's all business for him.
It's all business for him, and there's the old saying, don't tap on the fish tank. If you think a player is really bad, why do you want to point it out to him, how bad he's playing?
Yeah.
Let him continue to play bad. Take his chips, and then when he's done, say to him, good game, sir, and, move on. I mean, but Phil almost puts a target on his back by berating the players, and you almost want to, I know when I'm playing, if somebody's kind of taking shots at me, I'm probably trying to focus myself on taking his chips, or at least trying to take his chips. So,
yeah.
Where Daniel's just the opposite. Daniel takes your chips from you, but he does it in such a nice way.
And it makes you like feel like you want to say,
yeah,
thank you.
Well, hey, thanks for taking my chips, Daniel. I couldn't think of anyone else I wanted to give him to.
Wait a minute. I just thanked him for taking my chips. Pretty bad. Yeah, we just saw Mr. Moneymaker flying over, so maybe we'll get to say hi to Chris. And we got to grab Carlos Mortensen. If he pops by this hallway one more time, we got to get Carlos on the show.
You have an interpreter? No, he speaks English.
He speaks English.
Yeah,
don't be a goofball.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if Chris is going to be popping over here real quick to say hi to us.
He doesn't look as focused as he was yesterday when he was hunkered down.
Chris is going beer pong. Are you going beer ponging? Yeah, I thought so. All right. So I guess we'll not be hearing from Chris Moneymaker, but we will be hearing from.
I know. Are you going to go out there and challenge him?
Hell yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'll play. I'll play him in some beer pong. Probably end up being stuck in line there for a while, but that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so big tailgate party going on out there.
Just started about a couple minutes ago?
Yeah, started about 2 o'clock. So, and I haven't seen a whole lot of traffic, so there may be a lot of food out there for us, Joe.
I hope so. I'm hungry.
I think that is a good possibility. So that brings me joy and happiness. Hey, I want to make sure we mention some of our great sponsors of the show, by the way.
Who would they be?
Well, there's a ton of them. If you hand me one of those flyers, that will be a great guide for me as well.
There's so many you can't remember them.
Well, no, there's just there's a bunch. So let's make sure we say hi.
Don't forget the Nevada Poker League.
Oh, go. Why don't you tell everybody about the Nevada Poker League?
I think we do quite often.
Well, why don't you tell everybody about it?
Okay, it's a free poker league that's located in Las Vegas. We give away, when I say we, I shouldn't say we. The Nevada Poker League gives away over $50,000 a year. It's absolutely free to play. I did say free, Free. You just show up at any one of our locations, and currently we have 21 locations all around.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So we go 7 days a week, so on average there's 3 locations each day. Some days there's 4, some days there's 2, but most games start at 6 p.m. Just show up. There's no pre-registration. There's no entry fee. Our dealers do work for tips, but you can, and it's nightly prizes too. I mean, there's one particular bar that we have. I'll give a plug out to Hooligans. Not only do you qualify for these $50,000 in prizes that are given out, but at Hooligans, every night that they play, they give away $200 in free slot play. So that's in other words, they load They load the machine up with you with $200. I give away 4 $50 free plays. So
that is awesome. So
hey, here's $50. Go play. Thanks for playing Nevada Poker League.
There you go. So check it out, NevadaPokerLeague.com.
And this particular week, we're giving away seat cushions that have a $55 value and just be the top point earner for the night. It was 3 games. You can play all 3. You can play 1. You can play 2. Sometimes there's even late games if the crowd is jumping around. The deals will stay around because they do work for tips. So if you tip them, they'll hang around.
All right,
and they'll deal 3, 4 additional games. So check the website out, NevadaPokerLeague.com.
Yeah, and another one coming up. We've got a great event. We have 2 events that we're going to be 2 more events coming up here in January and February. First, we got to make sure that we plug the Lucky Hearts Poker Open WPT event down at Seminole Hard Rock. We're going back down there for January 22nd through February 12th.
Is that where the massage girl's going to be?
That is where she's going to be. So if that ain't motivation, I don't know what's gonna get you down there.
Good. I got to get that fragrance.
You're just obsessed.
No, I'll tell you why. My wife wears dazzling silver, and she's addicted to it. She thinks that's the only. But I want to get those 4 fragrances that this massage girl mixed together because she smelled really good.
Okay.
I want my wife to try it out.
You can ask Shannon about that. So we're going to be down there for a few weeks doing shows, blogging, all sorts of great stuff. So make sure you get in on all the action. It's a $3 million guaranteed main event there at Seminole Hard Rock. So go to shrpo.com, get all the information on the Lucky Hearts Poker Open going on there. And then right after that, the next week, we will be taking part in Zen Poker Mentoring's debut coaching event. That's going to be with Brian Rast, Vanessa Russo, who's also a PokerStars pro. So lots of Russo going on.
Russo.
Chris
That's a nice
Garnett,
Italian name.
former Poker News reporter and now professional player, is going to be down there. And they're going to be all sorts of great mentoring techniques, not just dealing with being on the felt, but off it as well. So you want to get down there February 21st, 22nd. It is going to be at the Meet Las Vegas Event Center, downtown Las Vegas, right across from the D. If you go to zenpokermentoring.com and right now and register for the clinic, first 15 people get a free 2-night stay at the D, which is a very nice hotel down there downtown. Plus, they're also going to be giving away a $565 Colossus seat.
10,000 players.
Plus all sorts of great stuff. So make sure you check it out, zenpokermentoring.com. And you're going to learn a lot. I know I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you have a lot to learn.
Yeah, well, I never say that that I cannot learn something
Every day.
That's right. I tell you what, these symposiums that they've been doing here at the PCA, I've learned something that I'm going to be taking back with.
You've learned that you like croissants
every day.
You learned that you like croissants in the morning.
Well, croissants are good.
Yeah,
I like croissants. I always like croissants.
Have you eaten every morning?
I have partaken in the mini breakfast every morning. So
what was for breakfast today?
Same thing. Croissants.
Okay.
Pastries.
Muffins.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So make sure you check them out. Also, Poker Night in America coming up on Monday nights, 10 p.m. So make sure you're checking out the new season going on. Of course, the ladies' night.
Too, right? It used to be on Sunday nights.
Yeah, it was on Sunday night. Now Monday nights,
Monday.
10 p.m. So join everybody with Chris Hansen. Of course, fellow Bison man coming out of North Dakota State, living up in Fargo. He's host of the show, so make sure you check that out.
Reset your DVRs.
Yep.
You probably have to set for Sunday, so reset them for Monday.
Poker Night in America, and of course go to PokerNightTV.com. Good friends at PokerShop.com have 10% off for you for all your poker supplies. Literally anything you could use for your poker room.
Except dealers.
They don't have dealers and they don't have llamas, but otherwise you're in good shape. So make sure you check it out, PokerShop.com. We also have our friends at Blind Squirrel Apparel, 20% off with the code HOKE, HOKE, on there, and that's your code on PokerShop.com too, HOKE. Let's see who else
It's good to have a short name.
Yeah.
You can use your name as the bonus code.
It's not Shemansky, thank God.
No, thank God.
Tom, I still remember Tom Shemansky.
Like if you had
Like
an affiliate program, everybody would remember like when you sign up to put it HOKE for Hoke.
Yeah, Shemansky might be thrilled that I plugged him from all those years ago. He was the weatherman on WDAY up in Fargo.
Okay.
And he was about 6'10". He was a monster of a man, but really nice guy. Really
His
tall
name-
guy,
his-
tall name.
His name was as long as
Sheman-
tall as he was.
Don't even ask me to try to spell it. There were so many Z's, Y's, and C's in there,
I will not try
and K's. It was ridiculous. BlueRail.net. Hey guys, if you need a website out there, and a lot of poker players, you're up and coming. You need your own website. Well, give Bob Lusk a call, 522-820-5128. That's 522-820-5128. Get on board with Blue Rail. We've been with them forever. You should be too. Check it out, BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go? Dutch Boyd's book, Poker Tilt. Make sure you go to PokerTilt.com, or you can pick it up on Amazon or Kindle. Awesome book. If you haven't read it yet,
I have not.
I'm
waiting for my free copy.
Well, I could loan you mine too. Well, mine's kind of the gold star autographed one.
Excuse
so
me.
Well, I'm just saying.
I promise
like
to
a gold leaf thing.
I promise to return it intact.
Well, I'll think about it. I'll think
It's
about
the
it.
least you can do.
And don't forget to go to Grindettes, of course, the lovely ladies of Grindettes. Jen Shahadi down here kicking some butt and taking names. Make sure you go to Grindettes.com. Fill them on Twitter at Grindettes and Facebook, the Grindettes.
You think Katie is still out on the balcony, frozen?
No.
You put her on hold there the other day.
She's okay.
It was so mean.
She's okay. She was texting me. It's all good. It's all good.
You owe her a heat lamp or something.
I'll figure something out.
16 degrees and you left her on the balcony.
I'll give her a back rub next time I see her. She'll be back in Vegas soon. So,
Okay.
you seem stunned at that.
I know. I'm just thinking about you giving her a back rub.
Well-
I don't think her boyfriend's gonna like that.
Joe knows me. Are you kidding me?
Oh, he
Joe's not going to get mad at me.
Well, what kind of back rub are you giving her?
Just
through the clothes
standard-
or
Well, yeah.
Okay, there's all kinds
Jumping Jiminy Christmas, Joe Payne.
What's
Where are you headed with this thing?
I give my wife back rubs all the time. Well, not all the
yeah,
time.
but
not as often
Katie's
as she
not
would
my
like.
wife.
What's that?
Katie's not my wife.
Well, that's why you shouldn't really put your hands on other women
But
without
it's-
permission.
but
You should
trust-
ask Joe.
Well-
is it okay if I give
Well,
her
of
my
course- well-
girlfriend, whatever?
Well, Katie's a big girl. She can,
But
she
it's a
can
matter
say
of-
yes or no.
It's a matter of respect, though.
Well, of course, I'm not going to do anything that's going to make Joe mad.
Well, you left his girlfriend on the balcony with 17-degree weather. Hold on there, Katie.
I didn't know she was outside at the
She
time.
said she was because she said
Well,
I had to go outside
eventually-
because they were making such a racket.
Eventually, I did. Come on,
The
Joe.
Frozen Grindettes coming to a theater near you. It's like the Christmas show, the Rockettes.
Oh my God, that is something else. Hey, and by the way, of course, while we're here, we also want to very much thank PokerStars for having us
Oh, they did.
here at the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure. It's been
We
a great
love
time.
PokerStars.
Man, I tell you what, and it's just and I'm gonna throw this out right now. And of course, we'll get to talk about it more as we get towards the end of this. But man, what a class operation these guys are. I mean, everybody has been so nice to us. And, it is so amazing how they have everything set up down here. I mean, I know one person's kind of griping about it, but this thing has been running like clockwork.
I'm telling you, we should bring him on. He might have an issue that needs to be heard.
He might.
He does. He probably does.
He might.
Well, bring him on.
But
You won't bring him on, will you?
well, if Alan wants to come on the show, we can discuss Alan coming on the show.
Oh, if he walks by and I say, Alan, do you want 5 minutes?
He'll take 20 and trash this whole series.
No, he's not going to trash.
Oh,
the series.
I just talked to him again today. You missed him.
I was here.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
He's concerned. And what he's complaining about, just to give you a synopsis, he's complaining that the tournaments are just too closely together, and he feels that it's just too much for the player. Well, you have an option as a player. I can play it. I don't have to play it.
Exactly.
Get
over it.
It's like a Chinese, when you go to a Chinese restaurant, there's column A, there's column B, and I'm showing my age because in the old days, back in New York, the Chinese restaurants had column A, column B, column C. You don't have to order out of all three columns. You can choose.
Yeah.
So, Alan may have an issue internally with himself, but hey, if the player wants to play all these tournaments back to back to back, so when you come to Vegas, you play a tournament, and you might have to wait a day to play a tournament that you like. Here at PokerStars, at the PokerStar Caribbean Adventure, it's here if you want it.
You can do whatever you want. There's 4 or 5 tournaments a day.
You can even go down in between tournaments, a water slide, and come back and
exactly.
Miss a level.
Yeah, it's all good. Some chip count updates from the main event here. Walter Fischer still leading 555. Juan Martin Pastor has closed the gap, though. He's at 548. Hugh Drummond out of Canada is now up to 500,000. Stefan Jedlicka has moved up to 390. Mario Puccini at 380. Adam Reynolds out of the United Kingdom, 378.5. Stefano Terziani at 378. Let's see, Neo Kahira at 365. Diego Ventura, 362. So that's your top group.
So the chip leader has 185 big blinds.
That's not bad.
Wouldn't you like to start a tournament with 185 big blinds?
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay.
132 left in that. So they're getting close to the money bubble, actually. 119 is your bubble. So min cash of 17,800 looming.
Which is
at this point.
I think they've gone down a little bit lower, paying more players. Because usually the min cashers are usually twice the buy-in, for most part. Like, in other words, in the World Series, usually the initial bubble is about 20,000, 19 to 20,000. So this is a little bit short, but they're obviously playing more players this way.
Yeah,
which I like.
It's about 15%.
Which I like.
15%. Yep. So, some notable bust outs. Alex Millar has busted PokerStars Online Pro. Jorge Limon is out. Let's see. Jake Schindler is now out. Rep Porter was eliminated a little while ago. Saw him out there. Greg Ostrander out. Dario Sammartino gone. Anand Medic is out. And Leo Margetts is out. Stephen Chidwick out. So some big names starting to drop. But, of course, that's going to be happening this whole time because most of the players are in there are big names. So it's kind of redundant.
You have 185 big blinds and you're on the bubble, there's going to be a lot of stealing going on.
Yeah. I think I'd just go to sleep for a while.
No.
There's no hurry.
That's not the right way to play.
Well, I mean, if you want to hurt, there's people there to hurt.
They're all hunkered down now trying to make the money. It's the time to steal their blinds. They're not going to call you with a somewhat of a marginal hand, but you will raise them with us when you have 185 big blinds.
Well, sure, if I can bury somebody, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that's a little sleepwalking movie you can make if you want. You can be relaxing and chilling out and enjoying yourself.
You could.
Going out on the porch, grabbing a burger, whatever you need to do.
Is that what we're going to be doing real soon, I think?
Yes, we are. I'm excited. I'm very excited. All right, so that's about where things are here at the PCA right now. So I think we are going to head out to the that little tailgate party.
I've never been to a tailgate party.
Wow.
At least not in the Bahamas, anyway.
Not in the Bahamas. No, absolutely not.
But I don't like cold weather, and I've gone to one tailgate party and I hated it because I don't drink, and all my friends are just drinking and they're warm because they're drinking, and I'm freezing my butt off.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
Then you sure wouldn't like tailgating in Fargo. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I want to be home in front of TV, watch the instant replay, have a bowl of popcorn. I don't really eat popcorn, do I? Ask my wife, do I eat popcorn? She's not even paying attention to me.
Joe has forgotten if he eats popcorn.
I'm successfully married. My wife pays no attention to me.
Yeah, that works.
Look, see? Doesn't even respond.
Yeah, it's okay. Let her go. All right, well, that's going to do it for our day show. We're going to be back on 6 o'clock tonight.
6 p.m.
6 post-meridian.
Be there. We'll have
Eastern time.
We'll probably be in the money by then.
Oh, I will absolutely be in the money by then. All right, so that's going to do it for our day show here at the PCA. So, guys, we'll catch you tonight. Thanks for joining us here on the Mark Hoke Show. We do appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. And, of course, if you're watching, you're probably on markhokeshow.com right now, so God bless you.
We like that you listen.
We heart you. So that'll do it, guys. We will see you later on tonight here live from the PokerStars Caribbean Adventures. So have a great afternoon, and we'll see you tonight.